Good morning, everybody. Welcome to 7 Minutes with the Savior. Pastor Randy Fry talking to you from Studio 2B from the Gower Christian Church Media Empire, Global Empire. And it is, again, 7 Minutes with the Savior. There's the timer to keep me a little honest. We're in the season of Advent, and we just heard a little bit of Come Thou Almighty King, which is an Advent hymn played by one of our great worship musicians, Beth Jameson, on the sanctuary organ. But Advent's a time of waiting. Advent's a time of anticipation, of expectation for the coming of God's Messiah. And I made a point Sunday, and I'll make it again, to understand that we are waiting, just like the Jews waited for centuries for Jesus to be born. We're waiting for Jesus to come. We're waiting for him to return, and waiting for him to make all things new, to restore everything to the pre-fall conditions, a pristine heaven and a new earth. Where sin and death and corruption and all the things that plague us in this world will be eliminated. The beauty of the garden and the beauty of creation gets restored into its pristine pre-fall condition, and that's a great thing. But what's really been on my mind is the coming of Jesus. Right now I'm reading in the latter part of Genesis in my personal devotional time. And it's the ark of Jacob, who's later renamed Israel. And Israel, Jacob and Israel, both names have significance. Jacob is such an important person in the history of our faith, and I'm almost reluctant to call him a hero of the faith, because he's a modern day hero, because he's got a dark side. He's a complicated person with some not so attractive personality flaws. And one of the good things about the ark is to find Jacob, who then becomes Israel, mature a bit out of the manipulative, deceitful person that he starts out as. That there's a maturing where he learns to relate to people in a better way, and there's growth there. To say that to say that he was able to give up his ways entirely would probably be too optimistic. But the point is that here's Jacob, a real, complicated, flawed person like all of us, and yet this is a person that God uses, and this is a person whom God looks after. It's Jacob's 12 sons who form the foundation of the 12 tribes of Israel. So he's the son of Isaac, the grandson of Abraham. And so he's just a foundational person. And yet he's a person that God uses, a person that God blesses, a person that God works through and looks after. And that's good news for us. This is why Jesus came. Jesus did not come for the people that are cleaned up already. You know what I'm saying? Jesus came, and there's none of us that are cleaned up already. You know, we all have our issues. We all have our complications. We all have our personality foibles. Jesus came for us. God sent Jesus to us to save us, to redeem us, to deal with our sin, to deal with the corruption of death. Jesus came for that. And Jacob's part of his family line. Jacob, he's Jesus. When they trace the ancestry of Jesus through Joseph, his father, but there is King David, and there's Joseph, and there's Jacob, and there's Abraham, there's Isaac. So all these people, Jesus came to redeem us, and he knows our humanity, and he knows the flaws of our humanity, and that did not stop God from loving us. That did not stop God from sending a Savior to us. And that's great news. That's great news for us. And it's something we anticipate. And the other great news is that Jesus comes again. And for those with faith, they will experience an everlasting relationship and an everlasting communion with God. And what a glorious experience that's going to be. We don't know when, but we wait expectantly for that to happen. And that's part of what we are supposed to learn and remember during Advent. Just a couple of notes about this upcoming schedule for Gower Christian Church. We are in the midst of arranging to take a caravan to our East Buchanan Bulldogs are in the state Class 1 state football championship, which is very exciting for us in the community. And we are taking a church van, and others are invited to caravan when that van gets full to Columbia to watch that game, 3:30 on Saturday. Don't have all the details yet. If you are interested, call the church office at 424-3525, and we will sign you up and get back to you with the details finally about how that's going to play out on Saturday. Or you can email us, gowerchristianchurch@yahoo.com, to let us know that you're interested. Worship Sunday, second Sunday of Advent. We're in the midst of the Christmas season. You're welcome to worship with us in the sanctuary, and we will provide a live stream through YouTube and Facebook. Sunday evening is one of our favorite events in the youth ministry. We go shopping for Adopt a Family. And kids really enjoy this. We'll have a meal at 6, and then we head into South St. Joe to do some shopping for the children that we've chosen to help. And it's just one of our favorite things, and I hope everyone can make it. So it'll be 6 to 8. We're going a little bit later in order to get everything done. 6 to 8 Sunday night, meeting at the AFC for a quick meal, and then off to do some shopping. All right, that's it. God bless you. Have a great day, and until we meet again online or in person, I bid you peace.